What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lumberjacks Dynasty. There we go. Lumberjacks Dynasty. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. As pretty much everybody in the world is aware, today, for whatever time zone you're in, it either was September 11th or it is September 11th. And I just want to take a second to not only remember the first responders, the medical, firefighter, police, volunteers that ran into burning buildings and lost their life, but the ones that are suffering from the effects now from 9/11, but also remember all the innocent people that died then and since then in a ridiculous amount of war in other countries as well. It wasn't just American lives lost in the World Trade Center. I think that's something important that people need to understand. It's the World Trade Centers. There were people from all over the world in those buildings, and there were people in all countries, innocent people, civilians that died in these ridiculous wars that have been happening since. And I think it's important to remember all of those lives, and not just the ones that died in the World Trade Centers, but think about all the people that died since then, that was started by whatever cause, whoever did it, whatever conspiracy theory you want to believe, is beside the point. The point is that innocent people died because of all of that, and I think it's important to remember each and every one of them, and just remember that today is not just about America. Today is about the world. The world changed that day. Hashtag never forget. Now, with that being said, let's get into the game. having a bit of a moment there. It makes me tear up a bit to know that there are people out there that want to do harm to others. I don't understand it. I never will. So we'll get to live chat. How's everybody doing today? I hope you guys are well. Patriot was here, jumped out to go to class. Lukey Gamer, how's it going? Hope you're well. Chavez, Silly Sally, Sheep, how's it going? Karain, how are you? Brian, what's up, buddy? Ethan, Kales, how's it going? Kilroy, how's it going? Hope you're well. Schlafer, how's it going, bud? Hope you're doing well. All right, I think we got everybody all caught up. Irish, how's it going? Love the videos. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I like making them. I like doing this. I like hanging out with everybody. It's a lot of fun. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody showing up and hanging out with me. So. There's some links for sheep, or a link for sheep. Bad server response, too slow. Is that what you were playing last, or was it literally a bad server response that was too slow? I think that's probably what it was. Back on Lumberjacks Dynasty today, we're just going to be doing some grinding. I didn't play it last week, I don't think, so back doing some grinding today. As you can see, we have 108 of those pallets waiting, and we have 32 in the dryers that I think these are the last ones we put in there at 40% right now. We've got one of those waiting to create. Don't have a whole lot stored up here. I don't know what we have on the bark 1890, so we're not even going to mess with that right now. Yeah, I think we were chopping trees down is what we were doing. I think we were right up here. I thought we were anyway. Maybe not. Maybe we were doing stuff. Maybe we were going to stores. That's what we were doing. We were messing around going to stores in the last one. So we're still trying to pay off Uncle, but I think I want to keep saving money and buy the truck and stuff from the shop. Not the truck, the tractor and the trailer, the new tractor and trailer. So I think that's what I want to do. It says that a lot from Twitch links. Oh, okay, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. What's up, Spider Ed? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Edward, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Bam Bam, how's it going? But yeah, so that's what we're getting into today. Let's grab the tractor. There we go. Daddy always said John Deere was the best tractor. A friend of mine used to work with a some twins at the place he worked with, and they talk like this right here. he would always walk around. Daddy said, "You better let us alone. Quit picking at us." Oh man. But yeah, one of the arguments they had one day was about which tractor was better, and one of them said, Daddy always said John Deere was the best tractor. Oh man. Yep, no problem, Patriot. No problem at all. How do you make so much money? Man, I just cut down trees. I've cut down a lot of trees. Cut down trees, let the planks dry, sell the dry planks, don't sell the wet ones. Also sell them to the lumber mill. Not to anything else. If you see mushrooms around, make sure you make sure you're doing your, what is that called? Oh, this is not my land. Really? Wow, okay. Make sure you're doing your engineer site so you can see mushrooms and that around, and there'll be other things highlighted. Make sure you're picking up all the herbs you see and go to your stove and make stuff. Don't just chop down trees. Do everything you can to make $1. That's what I do on here. Sounds like your relatives? Yeah, me too. I just thought it was funny. I jumped on the tractor and that was the first thing that came to mind for some reason. Come on. There we go. I cannot wait to get that Ponzi. Because this thing will be delimbed and already cut up and just sitting in a pile waiting. It's going to be super nice. Get that Scorpion King. Easy. Bouncing around. What if it's the back one? I think it's probably going to be the back one. It'll be the last one we get to. That's what it is. It's because it's on an unlevel surface, I think. Maybe. I don't know. That's what it was. It was the unlevel surface. Hanging over the edge. I got a lot of good names on the community tab comment for the bot so far. Keep throwing them out there, guys. If you haven't put in a name yet, make sure you head over to the community tab here on my channel and find the comment. I'm asking about a name for the Streamlabs bot that you see pop up from time to time in chat. I'm asking for names for it. I'm going to decide next week probably. So, hashtag next week. Gonna be over in Olive Branch later today. Heck yeah. Oh, Olive Branch. Man, I hate going up in that area. It's too close to Memphis for me. I don't like big cities. And by that I mean starting with like the size of Memphis. I just don't like cities. Period. Yeah, I've been reading them. I'm reading every comment that's posted under it, so... make sure on the community tab you actually click on the comment or reply to the comment where I'm asking for a name for the bot, so that way I can find it easily. Looks like I'm playing Farm Sim 19. That is a good question. I'm gonna have to look at the days on the Farm Sim network and figure that out. Also, I did not get a Dairyland recorded this week. I feel awful about it. I've been working on some back end stuff, so no Dairyland this week unless I can get one done tomorrow and get it out. Which hopefully I can take a little extra time tomorrow and get it done. I don't think we have anything super pressing to do that I can't take an extra 2 hours out of my day and record and edit a video. So we might get a Dairyland this weekend, but I can't promise anything because I don't know for sure that it'll happen. What I can say is definitely expect Dairyland next week. probably late week, Thursday, Friday, and then maybe one out on Saturday or Sunday as well. So, but yeah, definitely be streaming Farm Sim Network, Farm Sim 19, because we got planting and stuff to do, we got fertin to do, we got a bunch to do, we got a lime, we got a bunch of stuff to do on there. But I've got to wait to get through winter because it's still winter. So we're gonna be coming back to some Farm Sim 19. I'm trying to keep a good rotation of stuff because we got so many things that we play. So Medieval's Dynasty releases on Thursday. Yeah, so on Thursday next week, don't plan on anything but Medieval's Dynasty for a while. I'll just go ahead and let you know. I'm pretty sure Medieval's Dynasty is going to fill this channel up for the next couple of weeks. Hopefully there's enough content there for that. But I've been really looking forward to this one. So I'll still try to record the Dairyland video and whatnot. But yeah, we're going to be doing some Medieval's Dynasty for a while. So next Thursday comes out next Thursday. Oh. Hey, Session, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, definitely gonna try to keep up get my recordings done for Dairyland next week. I really like the map, and I appreciate the amount of work J-Rock put into that map. Come on. Come on. There we go. We got one of them bouncing trees. It's a rubber tree. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, I really hope it is. I think Mike posted in the Discord about the system specs. Whatever the system specs say, go like one series above that. So if it says minimum required, I think it said the 970. So go ahead and say the 980. And I only say that not because of Toplets or anybody else. Only because if it's early access, most of the time it's unoptimized. It's not optimized. So the requirements for it are going to be a little more stringent depending on what kind of system you run, because everybody runs a different setup, right? So make sure when you get the game and you load it up, go ahead and turn your settings all the way down on it, and then work your settings up to where it's playable but it still looks good. If you have if you have like a budget PC, if you have a lower end PC, make sure you do that. That way you can still play the game, but you're starting on low and kind of work your way back into the best settings you can get that still runs good. Don't fire the game up and start playing and then complain because it doesn't run well and by not changing anything. Make sure you turn all your settings down and start over. It's not going to be optimized very well, I'm guessing. But hopefully it runs really well for everybody. I hope everybody has a good time playing it. I know I'm going to have a good time. We're gonna be sorting through bugs and everything else, I'm sure, but that's part of it. So added to my Steam wish list. Heck yeah, Kilroy. I've had this game on my wish list since the day I found out about it. So I don't know how long that's been. A year? I guess it's been a year. What's up, Adam? How's it going? You start on the main farm on 6 ashes. I don't know what that is, I guess. I have no idea. Alright, we got enough trees down. Let's take them over and sell them. Or take them over and drop them in the water. Is there a creek near here, or is it... It's not really, is there? Nothing close to me. Actually, yeah, there's a drop-off point right there. Cool. I think that one's probably closer... That was probably closer than driving all the way back over here. Yeah. We'll just run right down here. Good deal. I think the sound could be louder. Still feel like the sound could be louder. I guess it's okay though. It's a new map. Oh, is it kind of weird? Got some bugs and stuff in it. Needs to be worked out. Save game, I probably need to, yeah. Not quite as, this is not quite as bad as it used to be, and it's definitely not as bad as Farmers Dynasty when it first came out. I think Farmers Dynasty was a good, I think they went through a lot of bug reporting and such, and a lot of trial and error for this one, because this one's turned out a lot better. Like, just right off the bat, this one was immediately better than when Farmers Dynasty came out. So, trying to get this to set down. It doesn't want to, it seems. Very glad I found your stream. Well, I appreciate it, Lukey. I'm glad you found it too. Glad you can hang out with us. Get up here on a flat area, maybe. Maybe that's the problem. Is that actually gonna stay? It did. Holy crap. Okay. Let me get turned around. I'm gonna leave those two, I think. We'll grab one of these big ends up here. I'll leave all the small ones we can leave. Try to get as many of the big ones out of the way as I can. Since the big ones and small ones count the same, you want to try to get these big ones done and out of the way because you can't hold as many of them. Willie, what's up? How's it going? Finally caught another stream. Heck yeah, welcome. Glad you could. I said Willie and I looked at William Greenlee. I saw the Will and the Lee on Greenlee. I'm just gonna call you William because that's what it says. Chavez with the like reminder, much appreciated, buddy. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, if you like the content you find here, do hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. And if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and tell it all notifications. If you don't, you're gonna miss stuff I post in the community tab. Plus, you're gonna miss videos that I upload, not just my live streams, because YouTube's good about notifying everybody, right? Right? Yeah. Never. YouTube has never been good about notifying people of channels that you're already clicking a button to subscribe to the content that they make, and then clicking a bell for notifications. You have to go a step further and tell it all notifications, which seems really strange that you have to go through that many steps to receive a notification that somebody that you like to watch is putting out content. Weird. Call him Bill? Yeah, I'm just gonna call him William. That's what it says there. I'm not gonna assume somebody's nickname. I had people assume several nicknames for me over the years. I didn't really care, but I don't think they were super nice. Not something you would call strangers. Yeah, exactly, William. That's exactly what I was just saying. Yeah. Call me Will, among other things I won't repeat, right? I've been called all kind of nicknames over the years. Coming from the man called Deuce, exactly, yeah. Oh boy. I mean, I know it's a steep hill and all, but dang. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, I just lost my logs. I was looking around for them. Where'd the logs go, man? They were here a minute ago. All right, let's take all the big ends again. The big ends. Take all the big ends. I don't know if it's better to do the small ones or the big ones first, but I just like doing these to get them out of the way. You definitely cannot hold too many. these big old logs like this. Now, I know we're gonna have a few more trips, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm not super mad about it. All right. It looks like this one. Let's grab this one. See if we can get this one stacked on here. Pull up a bit. Maybe I can. Maybe I can get it stacked on here. Doesn't seem that it's gonna let me. Because I want to get that one right there in the claw. Let's try to find a area where the log actually levels out a bit. Should be able to drop it right there. It's not gonna let me. Alright. Well, off we go. We'll take 4. John Deere combines, you cut at 4 miles an hour. So it's a problem with the map then, right? Problem with the map. And not being optimized well for the mods, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, the problem with changing the Streamlabs bot name is I don't know if it's going to clear all my settings, so I'm going to have to do saves and all that, which is why I haven't messed with it in the middle of the week. I'd rather mess with it on Saturday. That way I've got Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday during the day to get it fixed. Because I don't want to lose all of my settings and such. So, and I know I can save the file. I'm going to do that. I just want to make sure that that I have that done before I start changing things too much. You got a friend that's got a tractor like this in real life? Awesome. Yeah, my dad had one that was a tricycle front end. And he built a front end for it, put a Pontiac power steering pump on it. It was, it drove a lot better. He's a Christmas tree farmer, that's awesome. But not John Deere. John Deere was the one that's having the big issues. Huh. That's weird. That is indeed strange. I think I should have 800,000 subs at least. I agree with you. I agree with you. I know my worth. We just have to get there. So the biggest thing about content creators, especially me, I'm really bad about this, is I feel like my content constantly needs improving. When really I should just feel like that I'm making the best content that I can possible. And I am the content creator that I set out to be. I know small things need improvements, but the one thing is I think that there are a lot out there that think they should have more than they do, and there's a lot that have more than they should, right? But the biggest thing is knowing your worth, and that's a personal level, right? And I say that because there was a quote in a Rocky movie. I think it was Balboa, where Rocky comes back to fight Mason Dixon. It was Balboa. His son is older, has his own job, has his own career, and that kind of stuff, and tells him, you don't know how it feels to have to live in the shadow of you all the time, And then Rocky looks at him, Stallone looks at him and says, if you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth. But you have to know your worth first, right? And to me, that's something that, I know it came from a movie, I know it's Sylvester Stallone, but my God, is it true? You have to know your worth, but if you know your worth, go out and get what you're worth. Don't settle for less. Work toward it. That doesn't mean you get it right then, but work toward what you're worth. Don't settle for less. Always be working towards something that betters yourself. That's the message I take away from it. And I think that's a good point. I am always going to be working toward 800,000. I'm always going to be working toward that. I don't expect it right now. I don't expect it tomorrow. But I'm always going to be working toward that and trying to better content and just try to better myself every day. And I think that's what you have to do. Be a better you every day. That's all you can do. Power steering costs $1,000 on those old tractors. Not if you use a Pontiac front end and a Pontiac power steering pump, it don't. I'm the best of us Mississippi folk? I don't know about that. I've met some really, really, really good people over the years in Mississippi, man. I mean, some people that would literally give you the shirt off their back. Some really good folks in Mississippi. We might be poor, we might be dumb, we might have the lowest of everything and the highest of a lot of things that are bad. But there's a lot of nice people in Mississippi. A lot. A lot more than what people realize, I think. I think Mississippi gets a bad rap, honestly. There's also bad people in every state, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we're the best state out there by any means. I'm just saying I think Mississippi gets a bad rap on a lot of things. Personality-wise. I'm not gonna go into detail on that, but people know what I mean. This is meth heads that bring us down. Well, I mean, we may be first in production on that as well. Like I said, we're first in a lot of bad things and last in a lot of good things. But overall, I think there's a lot of good people here that just want everybody to be better, you know? I think that's 100% true. Just keep going, you'll get there. Oh, I'm going to. We're not quitting anytime soon. There's a bone sneaking into chat. What's up, man? How's it going? Dom, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Hi Sheep, Bam Bam, and everyone else who said hi. That reminds me of, God, what was that Heath Ledger movie where he was the knight? He became a knight. William Thatcher. God, what was the name of that movie? A Knight's Tale. What was that movie where he was a knight? The one that's got knight in the name? A Knight's Tale, yeah. Oh man. It reminds me of the guy that did his introductions. The other guy tried to do it, and he was like, noblemen, ladies, and then he turned around and looked at the lower class behind him, and he goes, and all you other people. It's like, thanks, man, appreciate it. Like, we're not here at all. Knight's Tale really is a fantastic movie. If you guys have never seen A Knight's Tale, I don't know what you're doing. Go watch it. It's a great movie. Has a great message too if you look for it. And you shouldn't really have to look for it. It's pretty obvious what the message is. A man can change his stars. Alan Watts' character, is that who that is? Is it Alan Watts? I had no idea the guy's name, honestly. I'm doing well, Dom. I appreciate you asking. Yeah, I'm doing well. Stay. Okay. Yeah, see now we're making some progress. Now we're gonna have a bunch of logs down there getting all tangled up. I don't know if I can get this one to drop or not. There's a spot there. Nice. Heyo, Mike, what's up, man? How's it going, bud? Hope you're doing well today, sir. It's on Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, go watch A Knight's Tale right after the stream. If you've never seen it, go watch it. If you don't have Disney Plus, go look up some clips on YouTube. You can probably get the whole movie just watching a bunch of clips, honestly. The immersion's not as substantial as watching the entire movie, but come on, that one. Don't think this one's gonna set down anywhere. Well, I'll be danged. Oh, nope, it fell off. Okay. We'll go with what we got then. We'll go with it. Yeah, the immersion won't be as substantial as watching the full movie, but you'll get the gist of the movie. Hit that thumbs up button and help me out, please. I'm begging. I never beg, but I'm begging. Hit the thumbs up button. I'm not really begging, but I'd be appreciated if you would hit the like button if you are enjoying it. And if you're not enjoying it, that's fine. Hit the dislike button. Let me know in that manner. Always look at the like to dislike ratio to see what people like and don't like. It's also on Netflix. I'm not going to be using Netflix ever again, probably. Heading to lurk mode. Hi, Brian. They have a jousting center in Mississippi? Oh, dude. Adam, we gotta do this. Where's it at? I didn't even know there was one. That's cool. I've been challenged to a duel. I'm gonna need a camera crew though. This is gonna be. I'm gonna have to call a guy I work for and borrow some of his cameras. Let's wait till after the COVID though. After we get some sort of something reined in on it. I don't feel threatened by just walking outside every day. Crane dropping Mike's links in chat. Thank you, Crane, for dropping his links there. So, guys, if you see these links pop up from time to time, if you see Crane do a command and a name there, and you see links pop up, go check those channels out because good content creators as well. And I didn't get a whole lot of love thrown my way when I was lower than 4,000 subscribers. Still don't get a whole lot of love from bigger content creators than I am, even if it's somebody that's got 7,000 subscribers. I guess mainly because I really don't have time to go hang out on other people's streams, so I appreciate the other content creators that do make time to come hang out here, and I try to go watch their videos as well. I think making time to become a part of a community is a big thing, and I try, but I lose focus really easily. So please do go visit Bone, Mike, Sheep, Peanut, Gargle, JCTV. Who else we got on the list on YouTube? Who else makes YouTube videos? Is that it? I know we got like Dark Sun, Split Skull. They stream on Twitch. I don't know if they do YouTube though. I mean, it's all about helping out your community, right, Mike? Whether or not I have more subscribers or less subscribers shouldn't be an issue. And I think that gets lost on a lot of people with that you know, hit a good streak and they got, you know, 20, 30,000 subscribers now where they had 3,000 before. I think it gets lost on a lot of folks, man. It shouldn't be about your numbers. It should be about the community itself. And well, there's been a few communities I haven't felt very welcomed in, so. But you guys definitely have welcomed me into your communities, and of course you're definitely part of this one. So I mean, I think it should be more about community. Speaking of community, have you guys seen Among Us? Has anybody watched anybody play that? I watched about 10 minutes of it last night, and they were ending, so I didn't get to see what it was about. I'm gonna have to go watch it. So Apparently Brian posted how to lose friends, and it was something about Among Us. So, if that's how you lose friends, we're gonna have to go try it out. If it's that bad of a game, we gotta give it a shot, right? Well, I'll be streaming tomorrow. It's possible. It's possible. There are times I try to squeeze in a Saturday stream. I don't know what I've got going on around the house, so I would like to start squeezing in a Saturday stream during the day. And if I do, possibly around this time, probably, or maybe a little bit earlier. It didn't look very interesting. Apparently, the whole concept of it is somebody's the bad guy, from what I'm understanding. Somebody is the Billie Eilish, and somebody is not, and I'm not sure how all that works out. So that's what I'm saying. I gotta go watch it and do some research on it. But either way, yeah, I think I've got my one game that I'm gonna play. If anybody else has Fall Guys, do you want to play it? Hit me up, and we'll try to put together a day that we can get together and play it. Make a community day out of it, or dual stream or quad stream or whatever. It depends on how many people have it. I know not a whole lot of people have Fall Guys, and I don't blame you for not buying it. It's a pretty good way to waste your time. It's a lot of fun, and I think it'd be a lot of fun with a group. So. It's just a goofy little game that you can party up with people, and it's a nice, friendly competition that I get mad about, but sounds like the perfect advertisement. It's a perfect way to waste your time. It really is, yeah. As is most games, though. I mean, that's what games are, right? They're all time wasters. And I say that because you're literally doing it as an enjoyment, as entertainment. It's not really wasting your time. It's entertainment. But at the same time, you know, that's what you're doing. Time flies when you're playing, man. How did I skip this tree right here? This one in particular. I had those. Oh, those two I cut down last time, probably. That's probably what it was. All right, let's get. Let's try to get like these 5 right here. So this one, those 2, and then those 2 right behind. Let's try to get these 5. And I'm gonna drop them this way, probably. This one will drop this way anyway. Full Metal Jousting was filmed in Jackson? I didn't know that. That's cool. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it. He's a first-gen farmer that just started this year. That should be interesting. Most of the farmers I watch have, you know, it's been in their family for a while, so watching a first-gen farmer would be kind of interesting. Gonna be using new PC to stream Medieval Dynasty? Oh yeah, Sheep, I didn't think about that. Heck yeah, man. Your first PC game stream? Nice, dude. So look, fellas, as fellow content creators, we need to work out when everybody's doing their videos or streaming it. If you're gonna be streaming it, we need to work out times. I don't want to be streaming the same time you guys are. What? And I don't think, most of the time, none of our streams really overlap, do they? Okay, it's gonna get awkward. There we go. I don't think they do. I don't think any of our streams overlap, actually. But that could be a whole different day that day, though. I think that day everybody's gonna be just looking to get in and play, so. Yeah, we're usually alright. I think we'll be fine. Easy. Boy, this thing's got a lot of... Let's go cut it right here. See if this does it. Yep, that fixed it. Fixed this end anyway. Y'all just need to wait for me to get the hype from it, and then y'all can start making it. Hey man, whatever. I don't. As long as I'm playing it, I don't care. And it's not that I'm trying to beat you guys out of the park with it. I'm trying to beat all the big content creators that don't play games like that normally, but they're doing it because it's a new game. You know what I mean? Those are the people I'm trying to beat out of the gate. I'm definitely not trying to beat anybody in the community out of it. For some strange reason, it just works, man. I think it's honestly just time frames for everybody. Like this is the time during the day that I can stream. I mean, I could stream early morning, right? I could stream from like 9 to noon, so 10 to 1 Eastern. I mean, I could even stream earlier if I really wanted to get up early. And I've even thought about that, to be quite honest with you. I'm going to try the entire month of September on this schedule. And then I may try something different in October. So I'm still trying to find my... And I may actually go till Christmas with this schedule, honestly. We did that other schedule for almost 2 years. So I think I may run this schedule until New Year's. So January 1, we may try a different schedule. Just to see. Well, the good thing about YouTube is you can come back and watch the video later, even if you don't catch the live streams, right? But right now I'm streaming on YouTube during the day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and on Twitch at night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then on Twitch, Monday night and Friday night. YouTube during the day on Friday. So I'm streaming 5 days a week, twice a day on 2 different platforms. And I want to try to free up one of my nights, so I might switch my Monday Twitch stream to daytime. And have Monday night off as well. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. We'll have to see. The big streamers will get a key and only make 1 or 2 videos on it. Yeah. I mean that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about it because I'll be there before long, and then you'll be there not long after, or before me probably, and. We'll all get there at some point, you know. I was like, I've never understood making fun of people as they get older. Everybody gets old, so it's like you do realize we're all gonna get there. Like, and I say that not just like people just making fun of old people. I mean, like, especially in like rap battles, the old jokes are kind of. It's like, I mean. Yeah, you can call him an old rapper, but at the same time, you're gonna get there one day if you're lucky enough, right? Or like Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. fight coming up. Mike Tyson's 53, Roy Jones Jr. is 51, and they're about to do a boxing match, an exhibition boxing match in November. I mean, you can call them old, but all boxers are gonna get there, and I assume the competitive spirit doesn't go away. So I mean, is it dangerous for them? I mean, possibly. I don't know. I don't know the state of health they're in. I know getting punched in the face is probably not healthy, regardless of what age you are. But I feel like it's, you know, it's the competitive spirit, man. They've got to do their thing. Yep, that's why Crane. Yeah, him and Roy Jones Jr. are finally going to fight, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be an awesome exhibition match that's going to turn into a full-blown boxing match is what I think. Because I used to watch, when I was a kid, my dad loved boxing. And I used to watch boxing a little bit with him when I was allowed to stay up a little later. But, yeah, I mean, those two guys, the competitive spirit that both of those guys have, they never did box. So, this is going to be... It's going to be... I think it's not going to be great for either one of them. I think they're risking their health to do it, but at the same time, I think it's a match that they both wanted. So, go get it. You know, who am I to say because you're 50 you can't go and get in a boxing ring? Who cares? Who cares? But yeah, like I don't know a whole lot of the new boxers. I don't really keep up with it. I haven't watched it in years. Just like MMA stuff, I don't really keep up with MMA stuff either, which is my generation's boxing, I guess. But you know, who's anybody to say just because they're in their 50s that they can't go, you know, have a glorified sparring match, you know? Like, you know, they still train anyway. Or Mike's training again. He was looking really out of shape there for a while. So, also, watched the Joe Rogan podcast with him not long ago. He looked like he was in fantastic shape. But somebody pointed out that 2 years before that, he did a podcast with him as well, and he looked like he was 10 years older. So, I mean, he literally went backwards in time by starting to train again. It was pretty cool, actually. Welcome back, Patriot. Mike gonna break something on Roy? Dude, I don't know, man. I mean, Roy went up to what, light heavyweight? Back in the day and won a title at light heavyweight. So he won one at middleweight, and he won one at light heavyweight. I mean, that's saying something, dude. When you can go multi weight class, like. Hope they worked on cardio. Yeah, if not, it's gonna be like the last George Foreman fight where he's just kind of stumbling around the ring, dragging his feet, swinging his arms. I love George Foreman to death, but man, his last match was sad. He shouldn't have done it. He should have just retired the one before that. And George was one of those boxers that was kind of like, he didn't look like he was in good shape at all, but my God, dude, when he hit people, whew. Dude, Mike looks like he did in his 20s. It's scary, man. Yeah, like, and watching now, given they're 10-second clips, right? They're just little 10-second clips and they're cuts and jumps to the next scene or whatever of him training. But from those 10-second clips, though, the last thing to go in a boxer is their punch, right? Their power. That's the last thing to go. Their hands. Chin's usually the first thing. So, if one of those two boys connect with a good right or a good left, that could be a knockout pretty quick. But Mike Tyson has some scary freaking power, dude. Some scary power. Like, regardless of his personal life, right? Regardless of all the crap he's done in his personal life. I'm not defending any of that. But as a boxer, when he gets in the ring, dude is dangerous. He is dangerous, man. I can't wait, honestly. I'm not gonna buy it because I'm just gonna watch the clip later on Twitter. It's like all the people that bought the Conor McGregor Cowboy Cerrone pay-per-view, right? It was over in like 15 seconds. I watched the clip on Twitter about a minute and a half later. All right, works for me. I didn't have to pay a dime for it. It's actually the same thing. I did the same thing with what was her, Holly Holmes and what's her name? She's WWE now. I don't know her. I can't remember her name. For some reason, I don't know why. I think I'd be able to remember that. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a boxing match that's going to be over. I think it's going to be over pretty quick. It's only 8 rounds or 6 rounds, whatever it is. Like I said, it's an exhibition. I think it's going to be a good match, though. I'm no boxing expert. I don't keep up with it anymore, so. Mike can definitely ruin your night. Yeah, definitely ruin your night. But I mean, this has been in the making for a while, so it was supposed to be this month, and they delayed it. Ronda Rousey, that's who it is. Yeah, Ronda Rousey. They delayed it because of the whole COVID thing, right? So they're going to do it in November. It seems like it's going to be like a limited audience, but they're going to do it in November, so. Cannot believe that log actually set down. This is robbery for points? What do you mean? Smudo, how's it going, man? Rhonda sucks on the mic? What do you mean? Oh, like as her, the whole story part of WWE. Yeah, I imagine. She's a good entertainer, man. And regardless of what people have to say about her as far as MMA goes, she did a lot for women in the sport of MMA. I mean, there's a lot of women now that are way more well known than they would have been 10 years ago, and I think Ronda Rousey being up out in the middle of it right away did a lot for the sport. Even though, I mean, there's been women in sports for years, yeah, but I think it brought to light that women aren't there to just look pretty and hold the sign, right? I mean, they're fighters, and I think that was a good thing, honestly. Come on. I'm trying to get this log to drop down here. In the outhouse or something? Come on now. There's got to be a spot here. Maybe there's not. Alright, I'll take what I got then. We got a lot of logs on this trip. This is the one I was looking for right here. What's up, Kermit No Frog? How's it going? Yeah, exactly, Smudo. Yeah. Trying to make some meat and straight in deep. Man, get the smoker. Get that smoker built up. Yeah, Cloyd, I agree with that. I think that even she started to believe the hype. When really there wasn't that many prominent women in the sport at the time, right? When she first started. I think she was one of the strongest women in the sport in the main, in the main view of people. Not to say that there weren't stronger women in, in mixed martial arts or anything like that. I'm just saying people that they put her up against were not as well trained as she was, right? And I think that's what hurt her career. I agree with you 100% though. There's definitely people out there tougher than she is, for sure. Yeah, not so much now, right? Yeah. Which is why she retired. She went over to WWE. She's doing her thing over there. I don't know. I've never seen her in WWE, but whatever. I think people have a career path in mind. What's the long term for boxers, MMA, fighting, any kind of kickboxing, like anything where you're getting hit in the face a lot? What's your long term? Because you're not going to be able to do that for a very, very long time. Donald Cerrone is a good example of this. Donald Cowboy Cerrone has a great record in the UFC. He's been fighting for years, man. But at what point does he need to hang it up, Like, how long can he actually sustain this? He's had a lot of fights. Like, he was the guy that was taking 2 fights a year for a couple of years in a row, I think one year he took 3 fights. Like, dude's had a lot of fights. I mean, honestly, like, I have nothing against Ronda at all other than her attitude. Like, as a fighter, take nothing away from her. I think she took her career as high as she could go. It didn't work out. She made it to the top. She was there at one point. Okay, cool. Pin that on your wall, and then go do something else with your life. This is what she did. And I think that was the right move. I think, honestly, Cloyd, there's a lot more to that. I don't think Mike believed the hype. I think Mike was the hype, honestly, if that makes sense. So let me try to explain what I mean by that. Mike didn't believe the hype. Mike knew that he was the baddest man on the planet, which I honestly believe he was. Here's what happened though. His trainer, it was the guy that adopted him, passed away. After that happened, is when he went downhill. So the trainer that had trained him since he was like 14 or whatever, so like 4, 5, 6 years every day with the guy adopted him, gave him a better life because he really didn't have any parents. When that guy passed away, man, his life went upside down. He got on drugs, women, parties, like the whole nine. Like he went out on he just went crazy. And he stopped training as hard, and I think that's what hurt him. I don't think it was that he believed the hype. I think Mike knew he was the baddest man on the planet, and with every right to, because dude is a beast. But I think that was his downfall. Like if you look and you see when he got off the drugs and came back and started training, he started winning again. I honestly think if he'd have stayed clean, he would have been hard to beat for anybody. Honestly, that's my honest opinion. I think he let the wrong button. I think he let the drugs and rock and roll and all that kind of stuff get to him. That's what I think. I think he could have stood there with anybody had he stayed clean, stayed training, and kept focus. Oh yeah. I mean, think about it though. You have to believe it at some point. You know what I mean? You have to believe. You have to believe that you're the best. Like Muhammad Ali was the same way, and Muhammad Ali was a killer, man. Dude was arguably the best boxer to ever live. I say arguably because there are several. Evander Holyfield, I think, is one of the best boxers. But everybody's gonna have their different preference. But I honestly think that he would have been a lot better off not having the stint with the outside elements. You know what I mean? If he'd have just kept training, kept focused, he'd have been a lot better off. Which that's easy to say. He even admits it that he believed the hype. Well, I mean, yeah, you have to. You have to though. You have to believe that you're good. Now going over the top with it, yeah. Now, if you believe you'll never be beaten, you're wrong. But if you believe you can stand toe-to-toe with anybody and hold your own, then you should believe that. He was terrible. I mean, he was also what? He was also in his 40s, right? On his last fight at him? Almost in his 50s, yeah. That's what I'm saying, like. Yeah, exactly, Corain. Exactly. Like, when you're running around in your yard in your underwear with a tiger, you know you've gone a little off course, right? I don't know why I came over here. I should have just chopped down some more trees, but we'll waste a trip. It's fine. Yeah, you know when you're running around with a tiger in your underwear on a leash in your front yard, then you're in bad shape. Like there were so many things wrong with the way people did him in the business. People grabbed on and took advantage, and that was the beginning of the end, man. And again, just for anybody catching that little sound clip out there, watching this later, I'm not defending Mike Tyson, his personal life. I'm defending him in the ring. The guy was great at one time, and he let his personal life get in the way. Not that it wasn't deserved, that's true. And again, that's the reason I wanted to specify. I'm not defending his personal life and what he did there. I'm defending his boxing life and how his personal life affected that, so. My wife won't let me have a tiger. Well, that's just wrong. I think everybody should have a tiger. I'm joking, so everybody's real clear. Those animals should be out in the wild. Not because they're animals, but because that's where they live. That's their natural state. They shouldn't be kept in cages and crap. I don't like zoos. I mean, unless we're talking about like endangered species and they're being kept from being killed, that's different. But for non borderline extinction events. I don't like zoos. I feel like it's just bad for the animals. Now, given they got a cushy life, they you know, they get cleaned and they get fed and all that crap. But at the same time, a lot of them get mistreated. I don't like it. She heard that, just gave me the look. You won every match without getting hit? That's something. I mean, that's like Floyd Mayweather, right? Like everybody talks about how great of a boxer he was. He's a great boxer. He's 51-0. He never lost a match. He never lost a match. Do I think if he had boxed at heavyweight, like do I think that there could be a Floyd Mayweather at heavyweight? No, I just don't think so. I don't think there could, because I think there's too much power at the heavyweight level that if you slip one time, there's a chance you're getting knocked out. You know what I mean? Like, now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the featherweights don't have any power, because if Floyd Mayweather to punch me in the face, I'd probably die. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for guys that train in that specific career path, that those guys have more power than the others. That's all I'm saying. I mean, Floyd fought some names, man. Like, all his fights wasn't, you know, lesser trained people, lesser athletic people. Mike Exotic has a certain ring to it. That's funny. Heavyweight boxing is more intriguing than middleweight. I don't know, man. Like, I like the middleweight, lightweight boxing. I watched a few of Floyd's fights. I like watching the dude fight because he's methodical about things. You know, it's like watching a featherweight version of Muhammad Ali. Like, he's cocky, but he knows what he's doing. What? Oh, thought that gave me the sign to cut it again. I mean, to be fair, man, if Floyd would have fought Pacquiao the first time they talked about it, Pacquiao probably would have beat him. Pacquiao was on his way out when they fought anyway. I think there was some decisions in boxing that was made to make Floyd undefeated. That's what I'm saying. not taking anything away from him. Floyd is one of the best featherweights to ever walk. I get it, but at the same time, they should have caught Pac in his early years. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if we could have caught both of them, Pacquiao still kind of in his prime, when Floyd was hitting it big, and got him to fight then, that would have been the way to go. Also, I wouldn't want to get punched in the face by any of them. So these are just my opinions. These are not official documentation anywhere on this. This is my opinion. Gabriel, what's up, man? How's it going? Best boxer was Sugar Ray. Dude, Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah. Yeah, I love watching Sugar Ray Leonard box. The most entertaining was Mike. Man, honestly, if you go back and watch, like, if you find the full matches, what few you can find the full matches of Muhammad Ali, as far as entertainment value, like, just straight up entertainment value, Muhammad Ali. For straight up sportsman, not sportsman, for straight up boxing entertainment, Mike Tyson, Vander Holyfield, George Foreman in his prime. Like, there was a lot of good heavyweights, man, that were entertaining as boxers. But Mike was just a whole different monster, man. Like, in his prime, he was a whole different person. It's crazy. Same with Ali. If Holmes would have fought 20 years younger, he would have left Ali. Ali would have left on a stretcher. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Holmes would have left on stretch for sure. What I'll be streaming Deadliest Catch again? I will, yeah. Probably next week. It seems like there's a lot going on that's better than it used to be, and I since we started a career, I kind of want to run at least the 7 days out or whatever it is. So, but yeah, we'll be streaming again next week. Oh, I missed some limbs down here. Here's your grandparents' neighbor in Riverdale. Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's a real personable guy, but as a boxer, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, personally, I can't speak for any of those people, but I don't know what they do in their spare time. George has got too many sons named George. He's got like George the 10th now, or George the 11th. Just picking, of course, at George, but as boxers, though, I mean, Holyfield was a great boxer. I mean, he really was. But to say he was the best, nah. I don't think he was the best at all. I think he was a great boxer, but... George, come here. Which one? But his grill, though, I know, man. During my boxing career, you were the second best boxer in my county. I fought in over 100 fights, came in second every single time. Oh, man. I guess if you're not going to come in first, second's the next best place, right? Even if it is a boxing match. So, I told you guys to check out Paul Thorne not long ago. I guess it's been a couple weeks, probably a month or so ago now. Probably a couple months ago. But Paul Thorne is from Tupelo, Mississippi. He's a musician, makes great music. Before that, he was a boxer. And he trained at the state penitentiary because we didn't have any boxing gyms. But they had boxing day at the state pen, so he would go down and fight inmates. That's how he trained. Somebody he knew got him in there or whatever. Yes, Paul fought Roberto Duran, Stonehands. Yeah. The newspaper article, sadly, the big tornado that came through in 2014 in Tupelo, it destroyed the restaurant where Paul had a bunch of Paul does art as well, and his artwork is fantastic. It's a whole different like look and feel of artwork. It's like cartoony, but the way it's done is really, really awesome. But anyway, most of his artwork that he had done publicly and let into the public was hanging in that restaurant. It all got blown away. There was a newspaper article from the fight that said, hometown boy Paul Thorne lets Roberto Stonehands Duran escape with his life last night in a boxing match that went 7 rounds, blah, blah, blah. And I thought to myself, I know they're just making jest at the situation, but a lot of people are going to see that and go, oh man, Paul Thorne almost beat Stonehands. No, he didn't. Not even close. Not even close. He held his own. I mean, no doubt he held his own, but no, he wasn't going to beat Roberto Duran. It wasn't going to happen. Paul looked good in the fight, though, man. I've watched that fight a couple times. He looked good in the fight. I don't know how many more fights he had after that, but I know that was the one that was televised, so. His song, Rather Be a Hammer Than a Nail? Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what that was about. What's up, Brian? How's it going, man? I think that's all I can't get this one to drop anywhere, so we're just gonna take them. Yeah, the fight is on YouTube. I've watched it several times, man. If you guys haven't seen it, look up Paul Thorne, Roberto Duran. It's a pretty good fight. It's not a great fight. It's not the best fight you'll ever see, but Paul was doing what he was doing, man. I mean, did you know the shovel was a groundbreaking invention? Also, the pickaxe was a groundbreaking invention. Is anybody gonna get the Tyson Jones fight? I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna watch the fight on Twitter. That's probably where it's gonna come out. I'm not gonna lie. I'll just watch it on Twitter. Somebody will post a clip of it. Like, that's how I watched the Mayweather oh god, what's the Irish dude? What is his name? Freaking lunatic. What's his name? That's how I watched them fight. Or their boxing match anyway. Yeah, I'm really curious, man. McGregor. Yeah, good lord. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how the fight turns out, honestly. I mean, it's being advertised. He's Welsh? No, he's not Welsh, is he? He claims Ireland. And from what I've read on Twitter, Irish people hate him. from my understanding. Oh, that's got to be Slafer. Yeah, you're right, Smudo. Yeah, it's got to be Slafer. The Irish lunatic. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah, I thought he was Irish. I really did, Chief. I'm pretty sure he is. Like he flies the Ireland flag when he enters the ring. I'm of Irish descent and can confirm we don't like him. I like Conor McGregor. Here's why I like Conor McGregor. One, the dude is actually, I mean, can actually fight, right? I mean, he's not all the hype, just like most people, right? They get to that level. He's not all the hype that people say he is. No. But dude can fight. And for entertainment value, man, he is hard to beat as a heel. He is a heel like no other heel has ever been in the entertainment industry. People love to hate him and people love him because he's a heel. You know what I mean? Like in the wrestling era, right? When I was a kid, I hated NWO Hulk Hogan. But at the same time, I loved Hulk Hogan. If that makes sense. Like it's one of those things that's entertainment at the same time as it is a sport, right? It's not sports entertainment like wrestling is. Oh god, we're never gonna get that log back in there. Oh, we did. Okay, good. I mean, it's real fighting, and the dude can actually fight. But at the same time, he's not the hype that he's made out to be. I honestly thought that Donald Cerrone was gonna do better against him. I didn't expect Cowboy to get his eye socket broken the first 20 seconds by some shoulder blows. Smart on Conor's part, actually. If he'd have let Cowboy get comfortable, Cowboy was a slow starter, always has been. If he'd have let Cowboy get comfortable, that would have been a good fight. So it's a good thing Conor came in fighting on him, for sure. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I got you, Sheep. Yeah, I don't know how this turned into a Joe Rogan podcast all of a sudden, but I feel like that's the direction we're headed. Like, the game is just background noise at this point. I'm still getting stuff done, but there are only so many times I can talk about the tree that I'm cutting down. Sergeant Slaughter was your wrestler as a kid? That's because of G.I. Joe? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. Mine was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That's just because I identified with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You know what I mean? Southerner, redneck, didn't have much, you know? Like, this is combat sports vlog. Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna have to go back and put, like, in the tags, I'm going to put Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., Connor, Floyd. I'm going to put those in the tags of this video. I mean, I have to. The content's there, right? Have to. I'm not gonna put it in the title, of course, but we'll get some actual opinions from some people that actually know what they're talking about. I just talk from a third party that doesn't follow everything closely, but follow it closely enough to maybe have an opinion on it. Has way too much of a hero complex. Exactly, Smudo. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like the crazy thing is like I didn't like the NWO because I was a kid, right? I didn't like them because they were the bad guys. But I liked the Generation X. I don't know why. But at some point you turn and you're like, oh, well, I mean, the heel's more entertaining, you know? So, I was a huge Sting fan, man. Huge Sting fan. Ultimate Warrior was probably my guy, though. Ultimate Warrior was definitely my guy. Not in his personal life. He went all, like, off the deep end, political and all that stuff, and I wasn't into all that, but his wrestling career, man, fantastic. What's up, Crazy Viral Gaming? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, The Rock can never be a heel. But I mean, honestly, I like Dwayne Johnson as Dwayne Johnson. You know what I mean? Like, I like him as is, to be quite honest. Like, I don't even need him to be The Rock. Like, I just like Dwayne Johnson as Dwayne Johnson. I've watched plenty of interviews, you know, just stuff him being him, you know, just answering questions and stuff. And that's good enough for me. That dude's a great guy. Like, I don't even need him to be a wrestler anymore. I just like Dwayne Johnson for Dwayne Johnson. Used to pull the people's eyebrow on everybody. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I remember jumping off of my shed onto my trampoline and dropping the people's elbow on people. Dwayne for prez. Hey, dude. I would vote for Dwayne Johnson for president. I'd vote for The Rock, honestly. So WCW or WWF in the early mid 90s. Man, I'm gonna have to say WCW because that's where the Bushwhackers were, Sting, Ultimate Warrior. You know, like that's where they were, man. I gotta go with WCW, right? I mean, you almost have to. The Attitude Era kind of ruined all that for everybody, but at the same time, we got a lot of good entertainment out of the Attitude Era, so. It's because DX was funny? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh. Huh. Didn't realize we get a log under there. Nice. I can probably get the rest of these. I'm gonna go find one of the bigger logs I got left. Yeah, that was not gonna sit down. Alright. I think WCW had the better shows, yeah. Honestly, like, just overall production-wise, the storylines, all that kind of stuff, I think WCW had the better of WWE there for a while, or WWF. I agree with that 100%. Udo, I agree with that 100%. I think Stone Cold doesn't get enough credit for that. I mean, Stone Cold was a great entertainer. He brought in the Attitude Era, brought in the Bad Boy Era. You know, it took the heel to a hero status, which is crazy because up until then in wrestling, everybody hated the heel. You booed the heel, you cheered the, you know, it's like... And then Stone Cold comes along and he is the heel, but he's the hero that everybody loves. It's pretty wild. Who's the crazy wrestler that jumped off the cage on the hundreds of thumbtacks? That was probably, oh God, what's this? Cactus Jack, Dude Love. He played all those characters. Mick Foley, yeah, it's probably Mick Foley. I'd vote for Stone Cold for president too, man. I mean, not for strictly political views, but I think he honestly just wants people to be happy. Like, I follow him on Twitter. I think he honestly just wants people to be happy and wants the best for everybody. Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack, yeah. Yeah, Mick Foley. Mick Foley's a great guy too, man. Yeah, that dude was nuts. Him and The Undertaker. Speaking of The Undertaker, did you guys see the promo that was cut? The Undertaker interrupted Dr. Disrespect's stream back earlier this year. Did you guys see that? I don't know what kind of deal they're working on, but I swear if the Undertaker and Dr. Disrespect get in the ring together is going to be awesome. That means that somebody from the gaming world, somebody that plays video games and is a content creator, made it to that status, which, I mean, of course he's already made it that status. Ninja just does, what's that stupid dance called from Fortnite? Ninja's doing the floss at New Year's Eve events. Dr. Disrespect's challenging the Undertaker. I mean, tell me which one you like better. I'm just saying. Kane's a great guy. I think personally, yeah, watching some of his interviews and stuff of just him being him. Him, the Big Show, like I think a lot of those guys, man, because they come from humble beginnings. A lot of people don't realize this, right? All these athletes in WWE, they don't get bussed around and all that kind of stuff. Like, I got out of my car one time. We were doing a WWE event. We were doing the audio for them. They did their own video screens and stuff, but we took the audio in, so I had to be there just in case something went wrong with it. I could help fix it or whatever. But I get out of my car and I'm on the phone. Get off the phone and a car pulls up and it's like a 2000, Honda Civic. Nothing special. Got out-of-state tags on it. The guy gets out and gets his bag out of the back and starts walking next to me. He's like, "Hey man, how's it going?" I was like, "Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?" He's like, "Pretty good." It was like long drive to get here, but other than that, I was like, "Where you guys coming from?" And he's like, "Texas." I was like, "Okay, cool." It was The Miz. If anybody knows who The Miz is, The Miz was huge then. That was when he was really big in the industry. But he drove his own Honda Civic to the gig. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't realize that. Like, you hate him, but he is such a nice guy, man. He is such a nice guy. Like, he spoke to me, right? I was actively trying not to talk to the talent. I'm using air quotes there. I tried not to talk to the talent just because, I mean, they're there to do their job. They're there to do their thing. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to interrupt them. I'm not one of those people that goes around chasing autographs or anything. But he made it a point to walk over next to me and speak, and say hi and how's your day going and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you're supposed to hate the character, not the guy. And dude is such a nice guy, man. Now, his character, yeah, he was a heel. You can hate the character, The Miz, but the person behind that character, he's a really nice guy, man. He went out of his way to come talk to me, and I thought that made the Civic got the gas mileage. That's exactly right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people think they live in like this, they live on tour buses. Now, the Big Show, those kind of people, the Big Show had a tour bus. John Cena, of course. I don't know if people realize this, but John Cena had a lot more influence in the WWE than people realize. Just standing around backstage, watching the way people interact with him and ask him if it's okay to do things, tells you all you need to know. You know what I mean? Like, he had a lot more influence than I think people realize in WWE. It's pretty wild. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying anything about the guys that do take the buses and stuff. I'm just saying that a lot of them, that's fine. You've made it. You know what I mean? You've got the money. Do it. You know what I mean? You wrote it into your contract. Do it. Heck yeah. I'm all for it. All I'm saying is that not everybody does. Some people still drive their own vehicles or rent their own cars, pay for it out of pocket, and still do it that way. A lot of them do, actually. And I think that's something a lot of people miss is a lot of these guys are coming out of pocket to pay for their own travel. The best heel was Mr. McMahon? Oh, yeah. God, yeah. Yeah, Mr. McMahon, for sure, was probably the best heel ever. Yeah. I mean, I've always said if I ever owned a company, I'd never ask my employees to do something that I wouldn't do. And Mr. McMahon owned the company, but I saw him in hardcore matches where he got hit with, tables, chairs, went through tables, dropped on thumbtacks. Like, he did everything that his employees were doing. Now, I've heard horror stories about how he doesn't treat people right? But I think Mr. McMahon was a great heel. I don't see Ric Flair as a heel, though. I know he was, but I don't think he was. Like, in my opinion, I think Ric Flair was one of the greatest entertainers ever. But I didn't see him as a heel. I know technically he was, but I didn't see him that way. Stop hating on old Vinnie Mac. Oh, I'm not hating on the guy at all, man. I mean, honestly, like, here's the thing. Anybody that you remember from 5 or more years ago in the wrestling business, you probably remember them because they were good at what they did. Do you remember any of the guys that had like really bad monologues, that weren't good in the ring? Do you remember any of those people? They pay for everything out of pocket. Not all of them. Not all of them. I mean, people that are like ultra superstars, right? I mean, they have it written into their contract where travel's in or whatever. Billy Gunn? Dude, I thought Billy Gunn was a good entertainer. Wow, man. Shoo, that hurts my feelings. I thought Billy Gunn was a pretty good entertainer myself. Juventud Guerrero was a great wrestler, though. He may not have been a great entertainer, but he was a great wrestler. Like, him in the ring, I thought worked really well, especially with Eddie, right? Him and Eddie, when Eddie was alive, I think worked really well together. Or was it Chavo? Was it Chavo Guerrero or Eddie? Eddie was his uncle, right? Yeah, I think it was him and Eddie. When they were together, man, I thought it worked really well. It was Chavo, okay. Had to say Billy. I was a fan. Yeah, hey man, I like Billy Gunn. Now he wasn't the same entertainment status as a lot of the other guys, but I thought he did really well. I thought he was pretty good. He wasn't bad. He wasn't great, but he wasn't bad. The New Age Outlaws. Heck yeah, man. The Road Dogg, Jesse James. Oh, you didn't know? Hang on, I got this somewhere. I don't know why that's not working. I gotta reset my... I got a verb here somewhere. Is it actually working? No, it's not. Verb? No, it's not gonna work. Okay, never mind. Never mind, it's not gonna work. Who were great with Ray and Eddie. Yeah, he did, absolutely. I mean, I think there's a lot of good wrestlers that there's a lot of good ones that got forgotten as well. But I mean, you definitely don't remember the ones that weren't entertaining, right? I mean, there was nothing memorable about them. The monologues were bad, wrestling was bad, they didn't work well in the ring with other people. So, Randy Orton I really just do not like, honestly. I don't like his style. But I think as an entertainer, he did something to capture the minds of people, you know? I just really don't like him. I don't know why. I just don't like his style of wrestling, I guess. He looks too stiff, you know? Now, a lot of great memes came out of it, for sure, but he's too stiff for me. I mean, the Hart Foundation, the Hart Brothers, yeah, that was a good bunch of just straight up wrestlers, right? I mean, like, Bret Hart didn't do a whole lot as far as like great monologues and great storylines, but he was a great wrestler. He was a great entertainer in the ring, and I think that was what carried his career. And he really was. He was great at what he did in the ring, but he didn't have great monologues and stuff. Dustin Rhodes is Goldust. Yeah, his wrestling and monologues were terrible, but if you ever go look at like his background or whatever, I seen an interview with him where he didn't want to do any of that. He never wanted to do the Goldust character, ever. That was something they made him do, right? And that was something that he was against. Like, he never wanted to do that. Andre the Giant was a terrible entertainer. Andre the Giant was a terrible entertainer and not a great wrestler. The key to him was he was really big, right? Hulk Hogan made Andre the Giant in my mind. Like, I don't think about the Andre the Giant without thinking about Hulk Hogan body slamming him. Like, that's just me, but... Who, CM Punk? CM Punk was great on the mic. Yeah, absolutely. Now again, he's one of those people that when he went off to do MMA stuff, he kind of lost me, right? I think he was punching above his weight a little bit there. But I think he was a great entertainer for sure. Like even 5 years ago, man, 6 years ago, whatever it was, I literally used to just look up Monday Night Raw so I could watch CM Punk's monologues for the opening. Like, just because it was always entertaining to see what he was gonna say. I haven't kept up with wrestling in years, but CM Punk is one of those that I definitely understand. I think I'm gonna do these two. Getting a lot of this cleared off. I need to go see what the backup looks like over at the house, but I'm afraid to. The frame drop is gonna be stupid over there. Yeah, now if anybody's watching this later, you have any comment on any of the commentary that went on, please leave it down below. I'm interested to see what you think about the Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., any of the MMA fighters we've mentioned, or any of the wrestlers we've mentioned, any entertainment you have to add to it, add it. I'm curious. Let me know down below in the comments. The frame drops don't happen anymore? Really? We're about to go find out, because I put a lot of logs in this thing. Roman Reigns. Roman I like, man. I don't know why. I like his character. And I think it's because I didn't like the other guy. What was the other guy's name? You had Roman Reigns, you had one other dude there, and I cannot remember his name, but I didn't like him. I don't know why I didn't like his character, but I didn't. And it wasn't him personally, it was him as a character I didn't like. Seth Rollins? Was Seth Rollins the one that did the Superman punch? Or is that the one I'm talking about I don't like? Yeah, Roman Reigns is the one that did the Superman punch that had cancer, and Seth Rollins is the one I didn't like. Yeah, I don't know why, I just didn't like his character. He was stiff too, man, you know? He always seemed like, I don't know, he always seemed like it was forced. Any character that has to force their character, you can tell, you know? Roman Reigns was just Roman Reigns, like, that's what he did, so. Yeah, I just didn't like the other guy. I didn't like Seth Rollins. I don't know why. Like I said, stiff, maybe? Like, that's the only thing I can really come up with. I mean, it has to be believable. That's the whole part, you know? And for me, his character just wasn't believable. I didn't get it. When Stone Cold Steve Austin first became Stone Cold instead of Stunning Steve Austin, it was believable, you know? Like, Stunning Steve Austin wasn't believable to me. Dean Ambrose, the third guy. Yes, Seth Rollins was fine. Dean Ambrose, I mean, he just seemed really fake. Which I know it's all fake, but if it's fake and it still seems fake, then you're not doing your job right. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Dean Ambrose. I just didn't... I think he was the shorter guy, right? I just didn't like it. The short-haired guy, that's the guy I'm talking about. I don't know, I'll have to find a picture of him in a minute and see if I can... Right up there with Hogan's leg drop. Well, I mean, yeah, but Hogan's leg drop came from a time in the frickin' 80s, you know, where that was the big selling point. It became entertainment more than it did about the entertainment of wrestling. It became about the showmanship, you know, and that's what the leg drop was. It was a showmanship move. Now, given, I think it's kind of dumb too, but at the same time, I understand Hogan's. The Superman punch I don't really get. Like, I don't understand that. The moves, oh, no, I'm not talking about wrestling being real or fake. I'm just talking about the characters, right? Like, I know that the characters are fake. They're characters, that's what they are. But if you don't believe the character you're watching, it's hard to get into, right? It's really hard to believe. Like CM Punk. CM Punk couldn't have played anything else. He was CM Punk. His personality, I think, worked perfect for the character. The Rock couldn't have been anything else. Stunning Steve Austin was stupid. He should have just been Stone Cold from the beginning, You know, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you go back and look at different personas through the years, they just, some of them don't make sense. And that's what I mean. Not necessarily that wrestling's real or fake. The thing is fake, but I mean, when you get slapped on the chest, they slap really hard. When you get thrown off the top rope, you still get thrown off the top rope. You know what I mean? Like, there's still real impact of things. Of course, they're not really competitive wrestling, but the physicality of it is 100% real. If you don't believe me, go listen to Stone Cold's podcast. Listen to all the injuries and crap of people coming through. Hey, Diamond Dallas Page is one of those people that nobody's mentioned yet. DDP was one of the greatest entertainers, I think, of my generation of watching wrestling. The Rock was boring as Rocky Maivia. Yeah. I mean, even he says so too, right? I mean, even The Rock admits that. It's not fake. It's scripted. Yes, there you go. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. When you say fake wrestling, everybody goes to the, well, nobody really gets hurt, which is 100% false. How about a worse major heel besides Hollywood Hogan? I say Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect was a crap heel. Yeah, man, he really was. He really was. I really didn't like the character. But he's memorable. That's the point, though. I think the whole point of the original question was, name somebody that most people can't even think of without Googling it, right offhand, that was horrible. You can't, because you don't really think about those people, right? You remember the people that were that had the really bad characters that were really well known, like Mr. Perfect, for instance. But you really don't remember the people that were just meh. You know, they were just mediocre all the way around. You don't remember those people. Everybody forgets the gimmick between Stunning Steve and Stone Cold. The Ringmaster. What? That was a thing? Dude, I straight up forgot that. Yeah. Hey man, Ready to Rumble with David Arquette. Was it David Arquette? Was a great movie. I love that movie. All right, Mike, have a good one, buddy. I appreciate you hanging out with us. It was hilarious, yeah. It was a horrible wrestling movie, but it was a great comedy. If you want to watch a great wrestling movie, Mickey Rourke and The Wrestler. Go watch that. That's a great wrestling movie. That tells the true tale of, not true, it's based on life experiences of people around them, I think, of the writers, or the writers themselves, I can't remember, but The Wrestler is a great depiction of what small-time wrestling looks like. It's fantastic. And Mickey Rourke does an amazing job. Dude's a great actor. Welcome back, Kilroy. Michael Cole, yeah, dude. He's so into character. I almost believe that's really him. You know what I mean? Like, I almost believe that's really how he is. I know that's bad, but sorry, I had to get a drink. Finish cutting this tree down now. Love to hate on Michael Cole. Where did I miss? Oh, Ted DiBiase. That's the one I was reading. Yeah. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, is something I never really was a fan of either. Like, I didn't. How you going toward my tractor, man? Like, there's a whole thing over here I was cutting you toward, and you went this way. The trees fall uphill when you cut them? I didn't realize. Yeah, Miss Elizabeth was the only reason he was well known. Exactly. Exactly. And I think... And then she went to Randy Savage, right? Yeah. I was about to say, and I honestly think that one of probably the most standout entertainers was probably Randy Savage. And that dude, for my understanding in real life, he was hard to get along with. Oh yeah. But yeah, Randy Savage is probably, from a monologue standpoint, dude had it. You know what I mean? Like, when he got on the mic, you wanted to hear what he had to say, even though it was gibberish and nonsense half the time. Patriot, if ice just ended, it takes 10 minutes for him to come back up. Got better after he quit being a wrestler. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I liked his ring presence and stuff, right? I just didn't like his wrestling. He wasn't a great wrestler. The idea of the $1 Million Man was always kind of like slimy, I guess, but that's exactly what his character was supposed to be, so it makes sense. Randy had that Slim Jim money. He did, didn't he? Oh, yeah. Is that the Kool-Aid Man? That's the Kool-Aid Man. Giant Gonzalez? I didn't forget Giant Gonzalez. I don't talk about him much, but horrible wrestler. I didn't really understand his character. He was a big dude. Much like Andre the Giant. You know, but yeah. I'll agree with you, though. I think Giant Gonzalez is somebody that a lot of people forget about. A lot of people forget about him. Yeah, Virgil. Yeah. If you hadn't typed it, it'd have taken me a minute to think about it, but yeah, Virgil. Man, taking me back to some making me relive memories. Macho Man was one of the best. He really was, dude. Monologues. Who do you think had the greatest monologues? Like, who had the greatest stories on the mic? Like, who told their character the best, not showed him? Oh, IRS, dude. I totally forgot about Irwin. Yeah, I totally forgot about Irwin. Wow. Wow, man. Yeah, that one slipped my mind completely. That one caught me off guard, okay. Honestly, man, if I want to go back and look, Bruce the Barber Beefcake was probably my favorite person on a microphone. The Rock on the mic, dude, was always fantastic. I honestly think Bruce the Barber Beefcake. Razor Ramon was great on the mic. He really was. Roddy Piper. Dude, Roddy Piper probably was the best one on the microphone. Yeah. Man, Roddy Piper. Razor Ramon was really good. Diesel was big and threatening looking, but Razor Ramon definitely had the smooth talk on the mic, man. He had a silver tongue for sure. Jericho was always amazing on the mic. The $1 Million Man had the best Hall of Fame induction speech ever. Well, I mean, this may be too soon, but I think the Ultimate Warrior gave the best eulogy ever. And I mean, hate me or love me for that comment. It's 100% true. The night that he got inducted into the Hall of Fame, if you guys go back and watch the monologue he did, the Ultimate Warrior, the best eulogy ever, man. Like, nobody could have done it better than himself. Bubba Ray Dudley was really good on the mic, yeah. Yeah, that Ultimate Warrior comment is probably going to catch me some hate if people actually get to it, but... That's what I'm saying, Udo. Yeah, man, that was his own eulogy. Like, dude gave his own eulogy on Raw after being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and then had a heart attack the next night. Like... But nobody could have given a better a better eulogy than he did that night about his wrestling career and about who he was, right? It was so perfect, man. You could tell something was off with him as well. What's up, Black Ops? How's it going? You could definitely tell something was off with him, though. You haven't followed pro wrestling in years? Dude, I haven't either. I mean, it's been 6 years since I don't even know who's wrestling anymore. I have no idea. Does Cena retire? Is he still around? Make sure we got all of our trees up here. I think I've picked them all up. The Dudley boys had the best facial expressions. Yeah, that's true. Bubba, you'll get the tables. Man. Devon's reactions were always amazing, and I think he really drove the Dudley boys. A lot of people say it was Bubba Ray, but I think Bubba Ray was the standout for some reason. But Devon Dudley was always, I think he was always my favorite. You know, Cena on The Rock simply because of the movies. So you haven't kept up with it since we were talking about like the Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan. We were talking about those times too. Cena's now what badmouthed The Rock years ago for a part-timer. Well, I mean, Cena's getting up there in age, man. Like you only take so many bumps. You gotta cut back sometimes. 10 waiting to create. How we doing over here? 7,000 in there, and we got logs steadily rolling in too, man. These are the ones we dropped off like 30 minutes ago. These cannot be the ones we just dropped off. Dude, the best tag team, Road Warriors, 100%, man. I had the armor. I had the armor, dude. I was a Road Warriors fan. Christian and Edge? Nah. Christian and Edge were Christian and Edge. The Road Warriors were the Road Warriors. You know what I mean? Like, they were the Road Warriors. The Hardy Boys, that's an arguable thing. Now the Hardy Boys came in as a tag team. Christian and Edge came in as singles and made a tag team, right? They came in as individuals. It's hard for me to say tag team and think of two people individually. No one tops Hawk and Animal. Nobody. I'm sorry, but Hawk and Animal were the greatest tag team ever. Showmanship, sportsmanship in the ring, ability in the ring. They sold it all, man. Like, even go back and watch them today. I could go back and watch one of their matches today and see how good they really were. I mean, Ric Flair's woo is probably the one of the most remembered things for sure. They've always been a tag team. Christian and Edge were well, I mean, I'm not gonna say they're powder puffs. I mean, they were great entertainers. Christian and Edge both were. I just think that as a tag team, they were a good tag team, but I don't think they were the best tag team. I don't think they were close. Mick Foley and The Rock. Mick Foley and The Rock was a weird team up, man. The Steiner brothers were great until Scott got all Big Papa Pump on everybody. More for Rick than Scott. Yeah, dude, I like Scott. Always like Rick Steiner for sure. Let's see. What was God, what's his name? The Heartbreak Kid. What's his name? Jesus, I forgot his name. I can remember Marty Jannetty, but I can't remember the Heartbreak Kid's name. Come on, man. Mr. WrestleMania. What the crap is his name? Shawn Michaels. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. Yeah, I know, man. I can remember Marty Jannetty, but not Shawn Michaels. I don't know why. That what was their tag team? I think they had a whole great thing going on, and I think the way they ended it was perfect. Sean throwing Marty through the glass at Bruce the Barber Beefcake's shop, I think was the perfect way to end that tag team. The Harlem Heat was a great tag team. Yes, they were a great tag team. The Rockers, that's what it was. They had a great tag team run, man. Yeah, there's a lot of really good ones. A lot of really good top tag teams I could name. Or I couldn't name, but I would know their faces. But hands down, the Road Warriors were the tag team. Now, wasn't there a stint where Hogan and Savage had a tag team? What were they called? I'm not going to put them up there with it because I think they were better as individual characters. I think they were better as individual characters, for sure. I am a real American. The Mega Powers. Yeah, that's what it was. The Superpowers and the Mega Powers. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a horrible name. Horrible name. The best stables. I really don't understand the term stables in wrestling. And the reason why is because people change so often. You know what I mean? So what do you mean by stables? I mean, I immediately I think of the Four Horsemen, right? Of course. Yeah. Evolution, the Four Horsemen has to be my all-time favorite. Just because of who was in it. Yeah, the NWO was a stable, and I think they were great for the heel era, the bad boy era, right? The Attitude Era. I think they were great for the beginning of that. And then D-Generation X followed that up, right? And I think they were great for the heel side. And then as far as like the originals that I can really remember, Four Horsemen probably. Yeah, Four Horsemen's probably my favorite. I think that was probably the best because you had Ric Flair, who was the showman, right? He was the big entertainer in the group. God, what? Who all was in it? I can see their faces. I just can't remember their dang names, man. I literally ran into one of the guys coming through the curtain because I was talking to the sound guy one day. One of the WWE shows we did. Arn Anderson, that's who it is. Arn Anderson was the wrestler and the showman in the ring. The actual skilled side of it, right? He's the one I ran into, by the way. Nice guy, super nice guy. He apologized, and I ran into him. I think he's Canadian. Moondogs? I've never even heard of Moondogs. Who was that? I probably know who they are. I just didn't realize they were called the Moondogs. Ric Flair, Arn Anderson are the only memorable ones. It was Ric Flair, Arn Anderson. Jesus, man, how come I can't remember their names? I mean, if you go off of titles, all the title wins are fake. Lex Luger, yes. Lex Luger was in it. He was one of the originals. No, he took the place of somebody, I think. Lex Luger took the place of somebody. Or was he original? No, he was an original one. Yeah. Yeah, Lex Luger was like the physical one in the group. Arn Anderson was the technician. Ric Flair was the showman. Ollie Anderson, that's who it was. Yeah, Ollie Anderson. Yeah. That's who. Tully Blanchard. Lex Luger came in when Tully Blanchard went out, right? Yeah, Sting was in the later Four Horsemen. He was in the later rendition of it. Yeah, when Tully Blanchard Did he retire? I don't remember what happened. When he retired, Lex Luger came in. I think he retired. Of course, they sent him out as like a heel or whatever, but... They had a cartoon in the 80s with Hulk Hogan, Junkyard Dog, and Roddy Piper as protagonists. That sounds about right. Yeah. Ollie Anderson was placed by Lex Luger. Okay, it was Ollie that retired. Okay. Yeah, Flair, Tully, Ollie, and Arn. Yeah, and Ollie's the one that retired. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, of course they sent him out as the heel, right? I think they did, or was it Tully they sent out as the heel when they brought in Sting? Maybe I don't remember. It was one of the two they sent out as like the heel that turned on him or something. I don't remember what it was, but I don't remember the storyline. The reason I'm standing here is we're about to draw for the next auction on Tully got hurt. That's what it was. Yeah, it was he retired due to injury, I think is what it was. We're about to do the next land auction for Hollinsfeld for our Farm Sim 19 multiplayer map that is hosted on Nitrado. We're a proud partner of Nitrado. If you need your server, go down in the description. It's the first link you'll find. Pick up your server today. Finally caught a stream. You caught the end of a stream, Panda. But yeah, you caught a stream. Welcome. The server's not active right now. What? I mean the server's not active right now. Hang on a minute. Can't find it in the list. What? Was that reported? General text. Dynasty text. Hollinsfeld. Server's not on the list. Oh, you just put it up. Okay, cool. Now I'm singing the Hogan intro. Nice. One AFK to put the kids to bed. No problem, sheep. No problem, man. We're about to do our drawing for the... we got 15 days left. I need to get it extended too. Huh. I kind of just want to do a restart on it. I'm gonna throw a quick... You think Shawn Michaels is the best overall wrestler of all time? I'm not afraid to agree with you there, to be quite honest. I really, really like the length of his career at the top of his game, right? He was at the top and a favorite of everybody for so long, man. It's really hard not to think that. It really is. Ric Flair still doing his thing, right? In what is it, NWE or whatever it is? I don't know which one it is, but all right, I hit the restart button on it, so we'll see if it comes up. If it doesn't, post in Discord and I'll get to you. But it's really hard to discredit Shawn Michaels in any way. Mic skills, wrestling skills, career length, his hype, his promos, fan favorite. It's really hard to say that he's not one of the best of all time, if not the best of all time. The Montreal Screwjob is the only thing, and he didn't have anything to do with that, right? He didn't have anything to do with that. He knew nothing about it. So he says. But that might be the only thing that I can remember in his career that was really shady, like really shady. Other than stuff being scripted, the Marty Jannetty thing, you know, the whole thing with the Undertaker, the WrestleManias. I mean, he's Mr. WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to say. Gotta love the streak though with the Undertaker. That's true. The Undertaker is probably one of my favorite of all time, honestly. Just because of the sheer chills you get when he used to enter the ring. You know, it was weird. All right, let's do this drawing. Screen cap. Here we go. Which field are we gonna get? Field 67. First bid will have to be 181,000. I'm gonna go ahead and send that to Brian. Brian damage. Field 67. Start at 181,000. There we go. And I'm going to remove it. I will add the other one back in later. Cool. There we go. See, Ethan, have a good one. Guys, remember to hit the like button. Absolutely. Now it's officially the weekend. I gotta hop off. Yep, I'm gonna hop off as well, guys. I appreciate you for hanging out today for some really great conversation. This has been a different conversation today. I don't think we've ever actually covered wrestling, MMA, and boxing as a topic on the channel. So, great podcast today. I appreciate you guys hanging out, watching some Lumberjacks Dynasty in the background. Thanks for hanging out for the first Shooting the Deuce podcast. I will see you guys tonight over on Twitch doing probably some more SnowRunner. Kind of got my groove back yesterday during the day on it, so go do some more SnowRunner tonight over on Twitch. If you want to come hang out, twitch.tv/DeuceAMiss, or you can head over to deuceamiss.tv and find all my links there, or find them all down in the description below. Appreciate all the people in live chat today for keeping me entertained with all the good conversation. You are all wonderful people. And remember, today is 9/11. For people in the U.S., remember that it wasn't just U.S. people. It wasn't just U.S. citizens. It was human beings from all over the world that lost their lives. Remember them. All the people from all the wars, the citizens, the innocent people that have been killed. Remember them as well. Never forget should mean a lot more than just U.S. and U.S. citizens. It really should. Should be a humanitarian thing. Never forget. I'll see you guys tonight. Have a good one. Later, everybody.